Another situation where I'm sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the Miami Dolphins to release some footage. And I can't wait no more. What is up, Fin fans? I need a haircut. That's the video. Bye. No, like I said, if I have the footage, or by the time I'm editing this video, the footage comes out of some of the plays that happened with the Miami Dolphins, which it was some pretty good plays. I'll post them here, and I'll put them up. But as of right now, I have no footage. I do apologize for that. Some of you guys really depend on that because you don't have Twitter. But real quick, I got to shout out Cruz Ruiz, a new member. Thank you so much for joining the membership. And for all you guys who watched the full video and saw that I was taking an important test today, unfortunately for the test, which yes, is real estate, you need to get a 77. I got a 73. That's how I feel. I'm dead on the inside. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to take it again. But for all you guys who wished me and sent out the positive vibes, you helped. Just got to do it right there. But thank you for that. So let's jump into this video. Again, day 3 of them on the field. Day 4 of camp for DouglieDoWrong because I don't know how to count. First, I'm going to talk about Brian Flores said on the NFL Network, and then we'll get into what happened on the field. So they asked him about Xavier Howard. Brian Flores and the Miami Dolphins were on the NFL Network. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'm pretty sure it's constantly being revived. Also, I changed it to the teal. I'm going to change it every once in a while. Also, I flipped that mamma jamma around. So he says, X is a great player and a team player. I love coaching him. Makes our team better. We're working through this and a little bit banged up today. He was a little bit banged up today. We're going to hold him out today. But the thing that I thought was interesting is he's saying we're going to work through this. We'll see what that means. Again, I am the one of maybe a few who really want this to work out. Some people are just done. They don't like the art, the letter he came out with, and just really done with X and this whole situation. Kind of hope the Dolphins work out the situation and keep him because, again, him on the team makes the defense very, very good. And then he was asked about 2021. He says, I'm excited to coach. I'm excited about our coaching staff. We're excited, and we have to put work in. There was more, but if you want, they were on the NFL Network, so you can go check that out. So here are some names of people who aren't practicing today. Lernell Coleman was out practicing. If you guys remember, he was a 7th-round pick. Left tackle that we took, he was on the COVID list. He was out there practicing today, so he's off that COVID list. No X, like Brian Flores said, no Fuller and the pup guys, which is Parker Williams and Roberts. Grant was out there catching passes from Tua, so Grant was out there today. Now, I get into some play-by-play. Again, if I can find some of the footage, I will put it in. But as of me recording right now, there is no footage out there. So this is the first period. Gaskin plants a foot in the ground and takes off in the second level on the first play. I'm hearing very good things from Myles Gaskin. I'm hearing he is very, very, very good in camp this couple days. So I'm excited about that. Sam McGuavin meets Ahmed in the hole on a run play. To give you a quick, brief assessment of today, a very big day by Tua, but a very big day by the defense. And we'll talk about that in a second. Christian Wilkins meets in the backfield for a tackle for a loss. Jalen Phillips stops a block to the outside, forces the running back to the inside, which is very good. People underestimate why the Dolphins took Jalen Phillips. Yes, he is fast. Yes, he can get after the quarterback, but he's also very good at setting the edge. And that's what the Dolphins lacked last year in the defensive end room. Malcolm Perry looking shifty on tackle drills and nice juke, and he was untouched in that drill. Now we are on to 5-on-7s. Tua to Waddle, a deep corner route, wide to the outside, wide open. Sorry, not wide to the outside. Great catch, another deep pass from Tua. Again, Tua today, you'll see, was just spreading the field, up and down the field, really focusing on his deep passes. Tua to Foster on a dime. It was a straight go route. He got behind the defense, and Tua dropped it in, caught him in stride. Very great play there. Brissett over the top to Foster as well. You guys know I like Robert Foster. I see Robert Foster making the team. his speed, his height, that combination, he's doing really well in camp. I'm excited to see more what he can do. Justin Coleman is showing his aggressiveness, getting his hands on players within 5 yards of him. So very good plays by him. Tua to Grant across the body on the move. Nice catch there and a nice throw by Tua. Tua to Grant on a seam route again, right over Noah's hands. Like the ball was placed exactly where it needed to be. Hit Grant in the hands on stride, 50-yard touchdown. It's just he's been killing it in camp so far. Robert Hunt opens a hole for Gaskins to get to the second level. Then Nick Needham comes off a route to jump on a pass to break it up. Almost was intercepted from Tua. Brendan Scarlett with quarterback pressure. Didn't say which quarterback. But then Brendan Scarlett also almost sacks Tua, who gets away, throws up a 50-50 ball to Robert Foster, who then comes down with it again. He's just making the plays when he needs to. Tua holding the ball a little too long takes the sack from Christian Wilkins. That's something that, if you guys remember last season, when I broke down the film of Tua last season, it was something he needed to work on. There you go. Needs to get rid of the ball. So a little downside from Tua and with that play. Needs to do better at getting rid of the ball there. Brissett pass breakup from Holland with coverage underneath. Very good play from Javon Holland there. Coverage sack on Jacoby Brissett. Now, a lot of guys have been saying, well, Tua doesn't have pressure in his face, which, yes, there's no pressure in his face. A lot of times what I look at with Tua's passes and with all these deep balls is the accuracy, the touch, and how far he gets it to them. The fact that these receivers are able to catch it and keep going. But a lot of people say, well, there's no pressure. He has all the time in the world to throw it. No, because this play shows it exactly because Brissett, there was a coverage sack on Brissett. I keep saying his name and then it sounds weird to me. But essentially, the quarterback's not allowed to stand there for a minute to throw the ball. They get about 4 or 5 seconds, if that. I think 3 or 4 seconds. Then they blow the whistle. Essentially, you would have been sacked by this play. So there is somewhat of pressure on them, but obviously not people coming at them. And then Kirk Merritt with a nice diving catch in traffic from Sinnett. Kirk Merritt has a day today. Again, we'll get into that. Then they take a water break. And Xavier Howard goes over and has a conversation with Tua. I really hope they can work this thing out. He's helping the team. Just talk to him. Work it out, Miami. Then they're going some red zone play. Myles Gaskin explodes off a jump cut. Goes in for a touchdown on that one. Tua breaks the pocket and throws to the back of the end zone to Jakeem Grant, who goes out for it, comes down, toe tap, touchdown. Vince Beagle with a would-be sack on Jacoby Brissett. Nice to hear his name again. Kirk Merritt now working with Jacoby Brissett. He was on the third team with Sinnett, doing really well. They put him with Jacoby Brissett with the second team. Takes ball from the cornerback on a fade route, so he snatches it from the corner. Great catch there. Brandon Jones with a would-be sack on a blitz. Eric Rowe with a 2-yard pass breakup, jumps the route. Tua to Lynn Bowden Jr. for a 5-yard touchdown. And then Griffin with a would-be sack on Jacoby Brissett. Then they came out. They did their field goal installation or field goal, and Jason Sanders was perfect. Are you surprised that the Sandman was perfect? I am not. Then they did 11 on 11s to end out practice today. Tua to Malcolm Brown, and then Tua to Allen Hurns, which was dropped, unfortunately. Wilkins with a sack on Tua. Then Duke Riley sidesteps a running back who was blocking and gets right in to get a sack on Jacoby Brissett. Brissett with a nice deep pass to Allen Hurns. Then Griffin speeds past Brissett on a would-be sack. Again, if they're gonna sack them, they're just gonna run by them, and then sometimes the play just continues to go on. But really good things from Griffin. Clayton Fedgelum with a deflection at the line of scrimmage. I think that was on Sinnett. Jarvis Davis stride for stride with Kirk Merritt, and a nice pass break up from a pass from Sinnett. Tua quick pass to Waddle. Rowe rushes in for a would-be stop. So it was probably like a short completion there. Emmanuel Ogbah gets cross-chopped, instant win. Tua gets away from that. So Ogbah gets right in the backfield. Tua gets away from it, throws a pass to Gesicki, and who makes one hell of a catch. And then, for some reason, Jalen Phillips isn't out there anymore. There is no news if he was injured or not. Maybe they just took him out, give him a break, but he wasn't out there. And then on the last play, Javon Holland in the pocket of Long on the stride for stride, right on his butt, pass from too high from Jacoby Brissett. And that's how practice ends. Before I get to the interviews, give you guys a little assessment of what I thought of practice today. Love that the continuous aggressiveness of Tua's passes. He's throwing it down the field. He's being very aggressive. Now, just real quick, because I know some people are like, it's practice. There's no pass rush. Who gives a flip? Yada, yada about Tua. That being said, right, am I making it into, proved, there you go. To all the people who think Tua sucks, he's a bust. He's showing it with 3 straight practices. No. But it's the same people who last year were like, Tua's not throwing it down the field. Look at Joe Burrow throwing it down the field. Why is Tua only throwing checkdowns? Tua's not doing this. Now that Tua is doing it, I find it funny that those same people who are being overcritical of him not doing it last year are now, downplaying it, saying, oh, it's nothing. When last year they were like, well, Joe Burrow's doing it in camp. Why isn't Tua? Just keep the same energy. That's all I say. But he's playing well. I would say the top players from camp today, Kirk Merritt did really well. Tua did really well. I would say the defense, Christian Wilkins got a ton of pressure in the backfield. He did really well. Who else can I shout out here? That's about it. Offensive line kind of struggled a little bit. Brissett did all right. He had some overthrows and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say Tua had some really, really nice passes. It was nice to see Jakeem Grant out there catching some of his passes. Nick Needham had some great plays. Yeah, those are my top performers. Again, Tua throwing a bunch of touchdowns, Tua throwing a bunch of deep passes. It's something I like to see. Am I going to blow it out of proportion? No. I want to see this during preseason when people are trying to tackle him to the ground. That's what I'd like to see. But I love that he is working on it, that he is doing it, and that he is consistently being successful in him doing it. So just continue that. Continue being aggressive. Continue winning your aggression. And yeah, I like that. So real quick, some interviews. Fuller was walking around. He had no wrap on his leg, nothing. So he should be all right. They're probably just being precautionary with him. Byron Jones was asked about the Xavier Howard situation. He said there's no issue with reference to what he said. Relationship is still good. They asked Javon Holland. He mentions working on the things that take no talent. If you guys remember, Brian Flores, really emphasized the take no talent mantra. So it's really cool of Holland to bring that up because apparently it's still something. Austin Jackson says he's working on identifying and getting to his landmarks, which if you notice, there was a few sacks that happened last year where it looked like Austin Jackson kind of was like, didn't know what to do, where to go. Really good that he's working on that. Raekwon McMillan said the defensive line coach, Clark, helped him believe in his pass rush arsenal. I'm really excited to see big things from him. And then on NFL Network, Jerome Baker talking about Tua, he says, we believe in him. He's going to have a good year. I'm very excited. I can't wait. Football is actually going to be back on the 5th. That is when the Cowboys and the Steelers are going to play. I'm going to be live streaming that. So football will be here soon. Comment below. What do you guys think of camp today? What do you guys think of the passing? What do you guys think? Now, there was some ups and there was some downs. Like I said, Jacoby Brissett seemed to have been a little inaccurate with some passes, overthrowing and stuff like that. Tua seemed to be hanging on to the ball a little bit too long. He needs to work on that. What else? The goods, spreading it all over the field. Defense is getting a ton of pressure. Corners are really, buckling down. But again, this is all happening without Preston Williams, Devontae Parker, and Will Fuller. The top 3 wide receivers are not out there. Just, Wilson and Waddle are out there. But, Wilson kind of got a little quiet today. So, but that's how I feel about camp today. Comment below. What do you guys think about camp today? I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. Now, this one comes from Brandon Watts. And he says, comment of the day. Doug, I keep hearing that Tua isn't very athletic. Not athletic as a lot of the known athletic quarterbacks. Can you tell us your opinion on how athletic Tua really is? When it comes to athleticism, there's different types of athleticism, right? Like if you think of Dan Marino, you don't think of him being athletic. You don't think of him like Michael Vick, who's going to run down the field and score a touchdown, 50-yard rushing touchdown. But Dan Marino was pretty athletic in that pocket. Bruce Smith used to hate how evasive he was in the pocket and how quick he could get that ball out. So it all depends on your definition of athleticism, right? Is Tua, Austin Jackson, Michael Vick, Kyler Murray, those type of speedy, Josh Allen even, are those type of speedy quarterbacks? No. But he can pick up chunk yardage. He can make you miss. We saw it against the Arizona Cardinals. We saw it against the New England Patriots. We saw it on a bunch of games where he can make defenders miss and get like about 20-something yards. He can do it. We've seen it. But he depends more on his arms and his head than he does his legs, but he can do it. So to say he's not athletic is not true at all. He is, especially with the work he's been doing on those friggin' ham hocks for legs. Jeez, those things are big. But to say he's not athletic, I don't think that is true. Because again, there's different tiers of athleticism. He's not Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson. He's not that type. But I will say he's more athletic than Tom Brady. He's more athletic than Joe Flacco. I'm trying to think of like just quarterbacks. I'd say he's on par with like Carr, with even like Aaron Rodgers. Think of Aaron Rodgers as. I'm going to get a lot of flack in the comments. He's nowhere near athletic as Aaron Rodgers. I do. But thank you for the comment. That is the video. Again, if news breaks or something, you'll get another video today. Also, if while I'm recording this, footage comes out, then I will have it popped up when I talk about certain things. So hopefully while I'm recording this, the footage comes out. Check out Backroom Collections. I always talk about them. They have fantastic artwork when it comes to any NFL team, any MLB team, any of them, but they do Dolphins hat doo-doo. So check them out. Use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 10% off. Also check out Patch Vibes. This t-shirt is from Patch Vibes. This patch from Patch Vibes. That mug, Patch Vibes. Check them out. Use the promo code DDW. Get yourself 20% off. And Miami Sports Music, a great group of podcasters, YouTubers, all of us together under the umbrella of Solo D and Steven, who created this great thing. Go over, check it out. Other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. This one, you guys are going to be there. So I'm very interested. Let me know if you're going to tomorrow's training camp. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.